Hey, welcome back, guys. So today I want to do something a little different. This is going to be a pretty raw video. I've got my browser up and I've got my microphone here, and you'll probably hear, shit in the background, my mouse clicking, a car driving by, if the dog decides to walk past, whatever. But we're going to press on with the video anyways. We all know that when you are looking for computer parts locally, you got Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist where, sometimes you can find deals on there. But when you want to look online, you have other options such as Amazon, eBay, etc. And eBay is probably one of the bigger ones. And if you go and you look on eBay at computers, you can find all kinds of stuff. You can find your 10-core gaming PCs and all kinds of shit like that. Much of what you find is overpriced, but you can definitely find some deals on eBay. I mean, I found quite a few deals on eBay just by looking around. They're out there to be had. You just have to look for them. Another site that I don't know if you guys are aware of it or not. I know quite a few people are anymore. Is Goodwill. Goodwill has this auction site, and I don't know if people are under the impression that Goodwill is this benevolent, charitable organization that donates all the profits to charity and to the community or whatever. Because when these listings end, the prices are pretty high on these things. If you were to compare a lot of stuff that's sold on here to eBay, you'll find that people bid higher on this site than they do on eBay for many things, and it just blows me away. I've found it extremely difficult to find a good deal on this site. One thing I did not expect was to be able to find computers, computer parts, stuff like that on Etsy. Now, Etsy has always been, they've been like the wholesome site. They had their set of rules. Things either had to be handmade or vintage, and they were pretty loose with their vintage rules, but they had the rule in place. It had to be a certain age to be considered vintage, and then you could list it. Anything newer was usually taken down, and the sellers are pretty good at policing it and taking that stuff down or reporting it so it could be taken down. But I happened to go on Etsy and just happened to stumble across a computer. That got me looking. I started looking at computer stuff on Etsy, and there's a lot of stuff on there that's actually new, and you can tell it's new. They now have ads that show up at the top, and that all these advertising is for new stuff. But if you look through, you'll see a lot of handmade stuff for computers, like these cool fan covers, fan grills. They're all 3D printed. There's still a lot of stuff on here that's handmade, and you'll find some vintage stuff as well. But I found a whole bunch of interesting things on here that I didn't expect, and I figured I'd share them with you guys because I've got nothing better to do, and maybe you don't either. Alright, so the first thing I found was this gaming mouse, and it says handmade, although if he handmade this, he did one hell of a job, but I can't picture this guy in his little workshop like Geppetto crafting this little RGB mouse. But this is a wired gaming mouse, ergonomic. Looking through the pictures, there's no brand name for it anywhere. There really says nothing in the description, but he wants $200 for it. This is Bartoletti Maxi from India. He's selling this gaming mouse wired for $200. Go figure. Free shipping. At least it's got free shipping. So that was our first item. Let's move on to the next. Alright, this next one I thought was pretty interesting. We've got Live Help, Gaming PC Custom Build PC Consultant from Viridian Chase. $200 or 4 payments of $50. Let's take a look at some of the pictures here. The photos all look like just a lot of RGB bling. So I'm not sure what we're supposed to gain out of these photos here. But for $200 you get a digital download. Looks like a PNG file. And in the description you've got a Facebook link. And he says, do we need to explain it? Yeah. Actually, I don't get it either. You know what? Neither do I. Do you have a streaming service? iPhone? Skype? Building a PC is like Legos. I can do it and so can you. Every Sunday I will put 3 hours aside for one customer to do a build. The $200 covers consultation and live help during the building process, up to 3 hours. There is a guarantee the PC will start and be usable or your money back. So for $200 he'll give you 3 hours of his time to video conference you while you put your computer together, I guess. I don't know. That seems like an awful lot of money. $200 for 3 hours worth of work to not even pick up a tool or get his hands dirty. But I don't know, maybe that's worth it to some people. Who knows? But that was one of the interesting things I found on there by Viridian Chase. Alright, this next one is also from Viridian Chase, and this is a computer that he obviously built. He named it Evelyn. The pink gaming computer, pink PC. And yeah, if you take a look at it, there's a lot of RGB. But it is pink. very pink. It's got some nice custom sleeve cables and stuff that match. But 2,500 bucks is the asking price on this. So for 2,500 bucks, what do you actually get? Let's see if we can find. There we go. Here's our specs. We get a pink customized micro ATX case, 500 watt Thermaltake RGB power supply, water cooled processor, 240 MSI Nvidia 1650 Super, 1M.2 drive, XPG 512 gigabytes, streamlined with LEDs, 2 T-Force RGB SSD 500 gigs each, ASRock Steel Legend B450M, pink and white custom handmade cords, 16 gigs of G-Skill Royal, and AMD Ryzen 5 3600 with Windows 10 Home Retail. Tell you what, though, you do get one hell of a pink computer. That PC is pink. But anyways, if you want a pink PC with a lot of RGB bling put together by Viridian Chase, and $2,500 is within your budget for those specs. What did I say they were? Ryzen 5 3600 and a 1650 Super, $2,500. There you go, Viridian Chase. Alright, up next. Okay, see this one's sold out. This is a GTX 1060 sold by Kavindu Hasaranga, and this was actually sold from Sri Lanka and had free shipping. He had this listed for 40 bucks. 40 bucks. You just got some generic stock photos of it here. You don't get photos of the actual item. Shop USA Creations from Sri Lanka. Alright, this one's sold out too, I see. This one was actually from Sri Lanka. Ooh, that's a tough one to say. This was from Sri Lanka also. Draco Malcolm. Yeston, this is the cat edition, in case you didn't notice. It's pretty cool if you're into that sort of thing. This was a Radeon RX 5600 XT, and he had this for sale for 100 bucks. 100 bucks, and I would have jumped all over that when I seen it before it was sold out if I didn't think the deal was actually too good to be true. But yeah, a 5600 XT, especially the Yeston one for 100 bucks, is too good to be true. So hopefully whoever bought it, hopefully they get something for their 100 bucks. And another one from Sri Lanka. This is Harsha, Lucky SL Finds. He's also got a GTX 1060 for 40 bucks. So yeah, it seems like, and free shipping. It seems like if you want a decent price on a GPU, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is where you want to be looking. Alright, here we've got a custom gaming PC. This is from ViperTech. Gaming PC computer, Intel i5 650 with a Radeon HD 7470. Ooh, look out. 8 gigs of RAM, 400 bucks. For 400 bucks, what do you actually get here? You get the i5 650, 8 gigs of DDR3, that awesome Radeon HD 7470, a 500 gig hard drive, PSU OEM generic, and the case depends on stock availability. So if you're really sold on this case, you may want to check first before you order this PC. Let's check through the pictures. Oh, you even got some benchmarks here. And these are at 720p low and medium. Little RGB. Alright, here we get a good look inside the case, and we can see we got a stock Intel heatsink. We've got just a generic Intel desktop board, Supermax 400 watt PSU, and SATA hard drive. So if you're looking to play 720p low games at these frame rates here, yeah, hit up ViperTech. 400 bucks if that's in your budget. He'll give you what you need to play 720p low. Alright, here we've got an MSI Menace 3X3090. Obviously he means RTX 3090. This is Turkey, Ildemir from XT Shop Tur in Turkey. He's got a handmade RTX 3090 for 690 bucks, and he's low in stock. Yeah, selling fast, I bet. If he's actually got these and he's actually selling them for 690 bucks, I'm sure they're selling fast. And here we've got another RTX 3090 from Turkey. This is Yaman from Tahir Shopper in Turkey. 750 bucks with free shipping from Turkey. Rare find. Yeah, he has no idea. Or he probably does, that's why he's got this thing listed here. This one's a little bit more than the other one, but this one is obviously in the original box. So if you're looking for a RTX 3090 and you can't find one, look in Turkey. Ari Alman's got one for 750 bucks. Got one in quotation marks, obviously. Let's see. Alright, this is a seller from the US. Random Sale 24, Stephen Shy. He's got an unopened RX 580. And a rare find, because it's not like you see these all over eBay. 1,120 bucks for an RX 580. So if you have money to just piss away, you can either buy an RX 580 for 1,120 bucks, or you can just donate some to me. Alright, what do we got here? This one is... this one is... I had to laugh when I saw this one. PC for Saul. And that's what the description says. PC for Saul. This is Awasam Chahima of Archippo123. He's selling this. I don't know what he's selling. It's 150 bucks. It looks like a laptop, a Packard Bell laptop, but it's a digital download, and you get a JPEG. So, awesome. What the hell are you selling here? Are you selling a picture of a laptop, or are you selling a laptop for 150 bucks? Yeah, I think you're stoned, dude. Let's see. Where am I at? I'm losing my place. All right, custom build gaming PC, i5. Upgrade GTX 1060. Alright, so this is a computer that you really don't see a lot here on it. You get a lot of RGB. Got a bunch of pictures of the different colors of RGB. It looks like a cheap RGB case. What do you get for specs? And we have choices here. We can pick the HD 8490. We can get that beast for 549 bucks, or I think we'll go with the GTX 1060. And we'll go with the 500 gigabyte SSD. That brings the total to 750 bucks. So what do we get for that? We get a 3rd gen Core i5. We get the 1060, obviously we upgraded. 16 gigs of DDR3, a 500 gig hard drive, RGB LED strip plus 1 red fan, and a brand name 350 watt 80 plus bronze PSU. Plays all games with no lag. All games with no lag. Perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for, right? Here's a good look at the back of the computer. And check out that I/O shield. And a power supply. So this looks like he just took a OEM computer and transplanted it into this cheap RGB case. And he's selling it for 750 bucks. So there you go. Colap International. This is... Rhett and Janet from Colap International. It's 750 bucks is what you would like to spend on the specs that this thing has. There you go. Alright, where am I? Lost again. Alright, Gaming PC Pink. This is Elias Corp, and that is one pink PC. Alright, 3,500 bucks. That's the pink arcade edition. And we have options here. I mean, we can go down to 1,450 bucks with the Ryzen 5 3600 and a GTX 1650, and we can go all the way up to the pink arcade edition for 3,500. And we can pick our flat. I think this is the front of the case here, flat or mesh. Yeah, we'll go with the mesh because this beast needs some airflow. What do we get for 3,500 bucks? An RTX 3070, Ryzen 7 3700X, 32 gigs of Trident Z Royal, a 2 terabyte SSD, white motherboard, pink keyboard, free limited edition pink arcade mousepad, and free Funko Pop of your choice, whatever the fuck a Funko Pop is. Yeah, 3,500 bucks from Elias Corp. Alright, moving on. Main sequence, custom AMD NVIDIA Enthusiast Gaming PC, GTX 3080. Rare find. Yeah, I guess so. With a GTX 3080, that would be a rare find. Ryzen 7 9 CPU, 32 gigs overclock RAM. We've got some choices on a processor here. We can start out with we can go, the bare minimum. Ryzen 7 3800X for $4,299, or we can go all out with the 5950X for $4,800. So let's do that, being that, he's obviously got access to hardware that nobody else can access. He's obviously a system builder. It says in the ad right here, RTX 3080, even though he lists multiple times GTX 3080, I think that's a typo. So let's go scroll down. Okay, let's see. Cooler Master Box MB520, Ryzen 7 or 9, see available variations. 360mm AIO, RTX 3080, X570 motherboard, 32 gigs of RGB at 3600, 500 gigabyte and 500 gigabyte M.2 NVMe, two 1 terabyte SSDs, 750 watt Gold Plus power supply. So I mean, honestly, it seems like the parts seem decent in here. If we look at the pictures, it shows like a GTX 1080 Ti. So I'm not really sure what you get, but this is Saul Resonance Systems. He's obviously wants to show off his RGB here. But anyways, 4,800 bucks. I mean, it's got some decent stuff in there, judging by the list he's got. But yeah, I don't know. You have to determine it's 4,800 bucks what you'd be willing to pay for that. Saul Resonance Systems. You can contact him. All right. This is Vitali in the Ukraine. He has got something vintage for us. Vintage set for a computer, plugs, jumpers, and cables. 70 bucks, rare find. All right, we've got a couple I/O shields, generic ones. One's still in the original package. We've got some jumpers. We've got some IDE cables. We got some rare I/O with the cables. Front covers that look like 3 different computers. And that one actually looks like it's been cut, so it's pre-modified. Rear VGA and a couple more IDE cables. 70 bucks. So if you're looking for any of this rare vintage stuff, Vitali from the UK, he'll hook you up for 70 bucks. $70. Alright, we've got a Seagate 5400 RPM, 120 gig, 2.5-inch notebook hard drive. $62.38. $62.38 plus shipping. This is Nikolaos from Greece. Well, I don't know. Maybe there's some, pretty awesome Greek porn on there from Greece. I don't know. Anyway, $62.38. If you really need 120 gigabyte, 5400 RPM laptop hard drive, and you just can't find one anywhere, Nikolaos from Greece, he'll hook you up for $62.38 plus shipping. Alright, this is one of my favorite ones here. This is Stanley from Learn Etsy. He's got a computer mouse for 100 bucks, and the description simply says Dell computer mouse, and you can tell it's just a Dell USB computer mouse with a little RGB on it. But the thing I find brilliant about this is not that he's trying to sell it for 100 bucks. He probably will, because if you look at the name of his shop, Learn Etsy, he's obviously got Etsy mastered. I mean, he knows how to make the perfect ad. He can sell anything for any amount. I mean, we've simply got one photo of a Dell mouse and a description. You don't need any more than that. Dell computer mouse. I mean, we don't need to know, if you didn't know by looking at the plug, we don't need to know if this is PS2, if it's USB. We don't need to know any of that. We just need to know it's a Dell computer mouse. And the other thing, he gives us hints, if you look in here, things that make you feel good and make you just want to buy this for 100 bucks. I mean, if you look on here, it says, our relationship committed. So he's in a committed relationship, and everybody should be in a committed relationship. So if you're not, I mean, that just makes you feel good, and you just can't help but click on add to cart. Add to cart, Dell computer mouse, 100 bucks. It's a rare find, and it's vintage. I don't think it's either, but when you see that he's in a committed relationship and he's got such a simple, perfect ad. If you want to learn how to advertise on Etsy, go check out his other ads. I'm sure there's lots of hints and tips in there that you can follow to make the perfect Etsy ad. All right, moving on. We've got, who is this? Jeremy from Brooklyn, J Marquis name match. He's got computers, $1. $1. Description, computer. So obviously that's a typo. He just meant to put computers, I hope. He's got quantities of them too. 1 through, 700. Vintage from the 1980s. Well, if you look at the picture, he's got one picture, and it just shows some monitors. One's a CRT, and the others are some early LCD monitors. Certainly not from the 80s, but that might be. But yeah, he's got a vintage computers from the 80s for $1 each, and if you've seen the price of vintage computers from the 80s, that's actually a really good deal. $1. But to be honest, I have no fucking clue what he's selling here. No clue. So I'm not going to give him $1. And that's not even free shipping. Moving on, we've got Pokemon badge is selling. System Shock 2, rare, new, sealed classics version. This is vintage from before 2000, which it is. It's from like Windows 98, Windows 95 and 98 computers. It's unopened. System Shock 2, $130. So if you're a collector and you really want something that's still unopened, yeah, maybe that's up your alley. Pokemon badge, he's got you covered. This is my all-time favorite ad that I've seen on Etsy, all time. This is a vintage CD-ROM box, unique decor, $28. All right. If you read the description, boasting a blazing fast transfer speed of 3.6 megabytes, this old quad-speed CD-ROM drive box is in need of a new job. So the CD-ROM drive box has a blazing fast transfer speed of 3.6 megabytes. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. I've got old boxes around here that don't even do half of that. So this cardboard box does double what any old box I have laying around here will do. That just blows me away. I mean, $28, I'm tempted to add it to cart right now. And if you look at the pictures of it, you can see there's, it shows what most people would consider damage. Those of us who collect these vintage items, we call that patina. So this thing's got just the perfect amount of patina. That's not a tear, mouse damage, whatever. That's patina, which further justifies the $28 price tag here from Old Lost Treasures. So if this is something that you need, you absolutely have to put it on your shelf, and you want to transfer it. You want a cardboard box that can transfer at speeds up to 3.6 megabytes. Go ahead and add this to your cart. All right. I also found a floppy disk case storage because, honestly, nothing drives me nuts more than when I've got my floppy disks just stacked up all over the place. I have such a hard time finding them. They're disorganized. Sometimes you just need a floppy disk case storage. This one right here, it looks in good condition. Let's look at the pictures. It's even got the box 1 label on it, so you don't get it confused with your box 2, 3, box 10, however many you have. Yeah, it looks in really good condition. One thing I don't see is a key. You can see it's got a lock on the front, but I don't see a key anywhere. This floppy case is in mint condition. No cracks, no scratches, and apparently no key. Sage from Age, $75. Or 4 installments of $18.75. Okay, last but not least, and then we'll end this nightmare. America Online AOL 4.0, 100 free hours CD-ROM. Vintage from the 90s, and yeah, it probably is. I don't know when AOL version 4.0 came out, but it was somewhere, late 90s, early 2000s. I remember you used to get these things free in the mail all the time. You'd toss them out, or you'd pull the disc out and use it as a coaster, so you didn't get no, cup stains on your desk there. $9.99, $10 for this vintage from the 90s. Rare find, very rare find. Yeah, if this is something you've been looking for, fun nostalgic item. So if you want a nostalgic item that you can have a lot of fun with, $10, Etsy Superstars, they'll hook you up. So I'm going to end it there. We're going to end this train wreck. Hopefully you guys found this humorous as I did. If you want to look through Etsy at their computer listings, I'm sure you'll find plenty more that are just as humorous. Some of it I just found idiotic too. But to tell you the truth, it was fun. It was fun to go through. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys get back to your day. You guys take care, and I will see you on the next one.